Hello everyone. Welcome to lesson 5 of the How to Circulate Qi series. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to bring the Qi from the Mingmen, near the tailbone, up the spine and into the head. Okay. Now, if you're already on this lesson, that means you're fully committed to this practice and you've been meditating every day for about 20 minutes or longer, and now you're up to almost 50 minutes of meditation per day. Then, at this point, we're ready to take the next step. If you're enjoying this series of meditation lessons, please like and subscribe, and there's going to be lots and lots of content after this. And if you have any questions, leave a comment or send me an email. All right, so for today's lesson, what we're going to work on is we've brought the Qi down to the Mingmen. Okay, so the Qi has already gone down between the legs to the tailbone. Right? And the practice for doing that, of course, is sitting at the edge of your chair or standing, and then on the inhale, clearing the mind. In the inhale, clearing the mind. On the exhale, focusing the mind. On the inhale, clearing the mind, and on the exhale, focusing the mind. We'll start with focusing on the lower dantian, and we'll do that for about 30 minutes. Then as we build the Qi, and the Qi grows in the lower dantian, we then focus the Qi down between the legs, right? And that should be bringing us between 30 to 40 minutes of meditation. And then from there, we're going to bring the Qi around to the Mingmen. Now, if you've already been struggling, if you're already dealing with the Mingmen and you're finding that, yeah, you can feel it there and it's really strong, just keep bringing the Qi down there, and over a few days, you'll definitely get through the Mingmen. Okay. Now what we'd like to do optimally is to try to increase your meditation time from about 40-50 minutes up to about 60 minutes. So it seems like a really long time. Sometimes if you're feeling that's really long, you can break it up to maybe the first 20 minutes standing and then maybe 40 minutes of sitting meditation. But that should definitely get the Qi strong enough, because as you increase the amount of time that you meditate, you're definitely going to get increased strength of Qi. Now as the Qi gets strong enough, it will definitely break through the Mingmen. And then you'll notice that you'll start to feel the Qi rise up along the spinal cord. And as it starts to rise up along the spine, you might notice that it starts to block right between the shoulder blades. So right between the shoulder blades, you're going to notice that maybe the Qi stops there. That's a fairly minor block, and it is represented by a gate in the Neijing 2 diagram. Okay. Now, as that one unblocks, there's a more significant block, and usually that's at the nape of the neck. Okay, so right here on the neck, right? And that one is you almost will feel it strong, or sometimes you'll feel it more strongly than you'll feel it at the base of the spine. So where the Mingmen is, you'll definitely have felt pressure and almost like the bones are about to move, right? Like almost a squeezing sound feeling, or some sort of strong sensation there. At the nape of the neck, it's certainly no different. I will often feel like it's like someone pushing their finger into the back of your neck. Okay, and so but just remember that when you're doing that, not to over focus. So on the inhale, clearing the mind, and on the exhale, as the Qi rises up the spine and gets to that point at the nape of the neck, just keep focusing on there on the exhale, and then releasing the focus on the inhale. Focus on the exhale, wherever the Qi is along the spine, and then on the inhale, clear the mind. So as the Qi rises up, just follow where the Qi is. You don't need to guide the Qi at this point, because you're already on a Yang channel. And so the Yang channel is a little different than the Yin channel. The Yin channel, you had to put your focus ahead of the Qi to get it down between the legs. But as it goes up the spine, because it's sort of propelled up by the Yang channel, it sort of goes up naturally. So you're just going to follow wherever the Qi is with the mind. And then as it goes up to that nape of the neck point, again, you're just going to focus. Inhale, clear the mind. Exhale, focus. And when it gets there, and then eventually at some point in the meditation, especially if we're definitely in the 60-minute range, right, at this point, then you're going to feel like a breakthrough. And when that happens, when that final point breaks at the nape of the neck, that's very exciting, because that's when the Qi goes into your head. And you're not supposed to have sensation in your brain, but when the Qi goes into the brain, as it goes through the Mingmen, up through between the shoulder blades, and then goes to this Du 16 point, right, on the Du Mai channel, the back channel. As it breaks through and then it goes into your brain, it's just one of the most kind of unique feelings as you feel the chi just start to go into your brain and start to move around. So now, as you're doing this meditation, from then on, basically, the chi is going to spend most of your time in the head. Okay, so as most of your meditation time is spent, your chi is going to mainly hang out in the head. And it's going to do a lot of interesting things. The chi is it's going to be on the surface of the head, but it also feel like it's quite deep. I've had the chi feel like it's kind of going in and out of the optic nerves of your head, behind your eyeballs, right? And then that would be perhaps to correct your vision. I've definitely felt it in my tongue, in your nose, right? Certainly around your eyes, and then you will feel it on the skin, but it's just going to start to move around on different points of your face as well as inside your brain. And as it kind of just dances around inside your head, just let it do that. Okay, and this is another really interesting benefit of when the chi goes into your head is that's when the thinking tends to calm down significantly. So if you're up until this point, if you're being a little bit frustrated or finding it a little bit difficult to calm your mind, you're going to find that after you get through to this point at lesson 5 and bringing the chi into the head, that the mind significantly calms down at this point. Okay. Now, some other interesting things that are going to happen is you might start to notice that chi starts to move around to the third eye. Okay, we'll get to that in a separate class about how to open the third eye, but that's definitely something that chi will want to do. Another thing that you're going to start to notice more vivid colors or swirling colors. And you might want to pay attention to the different colors that you're seeing, what color combinations you're seeing. And, if you are seeing any colors, then leave a comment. Let us know, about what colors you're seeing during the meditation as the chi rises up into your head. So it's very exciting stuff. This is definitely, once you get up to the head, this is where a lot of the most incredible things during your practice start to happen. You start to visualize things. Your mind gets calmer. And you generally have an overall, it just becomes much more interesting watching the chi go around inside your head. So I think that this is going to be an awesome lesson for you. And I really hope that you've stuck it out to the point of lesson 5, where now you're ready to bring the chi up into the head, right? If you have any questions or comments or anything that you'd like to know more about this incredible practice, please do let me know. All right, well, I hope that gives you enough guidance to move to the next level in your Qigong practice. And hopefully you've subscribed and liked this video and continue on to watch future videos about more incredible aspects of this practice.